The Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation was established in 1960 as a development bank and is licensed by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas for both commercial and investment banking. It is the Philippines' fifth largest bank by assets, with total consolidated assets of about P422 billion as of end December 2013. History. Early years. RCBC opened for business as a small development bank in 1960, then went through rapid expansion to become the preferred banker to a wide range of markets, the Filipino-Chinese market, the corporate market, locators in the export processing zones, the middle market, and the consumer/retail market. In 1964, RCBC marked a significant presence in the Filipino-Chinese business community with the opening of its first branch in Binondo. In 1967, this foothold was strengthened when Ambassador Alfonso T. Yuchenco, founder of the Yuchenco Group of Companies, assumed the chairmanship of the board. Because of his strong ties with the Filipino-Chinese business community and the bank's record in serving this market, the Filipino-Chinese market has remained to be one of the bank's major market niches. The 1970s. In 1973, Chairman Yuchenco deemed it crucial to invite two international banks to raise the level of banking expertise of RCBC in trade financing, international banking, credit control, and systems and procedure to global standards. These were the Continental Illinois National Bank and Trust Company of Chicago, USA, and the United Financial of Japan. The tie-up with these banks reinforced the role of RCBC among corporate clients who preferred institutions with international banking expertise. Further, the affiliation with the United Financial of Japan opened another market for RCBC, the Japanese market. Together, the corporate, the Filipino-Chinese and Japanese markets account for a substantial share of the bank's portfolio. The 1980s. The period marked the rapid branch expansion for the bank. While most of his peers were establishing branches within Metro Manila, RCBC pursued branch expansion in key growth areas like the export processing zones. This enabled the bank to tap and forge long-term relationships with the foreign locators, especially those in the semiconductor industry. Anticipating bigger things to come, RCBC successfully listed its shares in the Philippine Stock Exchange in 1986. The following year, RCBC diversified into the retail market with the introduction of private banking, home mortgage, car financing and the RCBC credit card. The 1990s. The establishment of the RCBC's thrift bank arm, the RCBC Savings Bank in 1996 was an indication of RCBC's strategic thrust of becoming a major player in the retail market. This has been supported by the acquisition of a large thrift bank, the Capital Development Bank in 1998, and the acquisition of 67% stake in Bancard, a major player in the credit card business in mid-2000. The expanded branch network of 287 branches and 5 extension offices, the opening of foreign offices in Hong Kong in 1979, in the US in 1993 and in Italy in 1995, and affiliations with offshore banks and money transfer agencies, stabilized the position of RCBC in the remittance business. The bank now accounts for more than 10% of the remittance business. On top of a highly rewarding banking business, the bank has equity holdings in companies engaged in power generation, automotive assembly, thrift banking, food manufacturing, etc. These companies are deemed leaders in their respective niches and are in industries with long-term growth potentials. RCBC entered into a joint venture agreement with Honda Cars and Mitsubishi Corporation of Japan and the Ayala Group to produce the well-engineered and popular Honda cars for the Philippine market. Together with another Yuchenco Group flagship, the House of Investments, and the Enron Corporation, it put up the Subic Power Corporation, a diesel-fired 116-megawatt power plant built under the Build-Operate-Transfer scheme. To strengthen its position in the capital market, the bank fully acquired the Philippine Pacific Capital Corporation from its partners and renamed it RCBC Capital Corporation. It entered into a joint venture agreement with Isuzu Corporation, Mitsubishi Corporation and the Ayala Corporation to form Isuzu Motors Phils Co., Limited, which is into the assembly, manufacturing, importation and distribution of AUVs, pickups and medium and big-sized trucks and buses. It has equity participation in Pilipinas Shell Petroleum Corporation. In November 1996, RCBC joined Aguila Holdings, Itou and Hacienda Luisita in putting up the Luisita Industrial Park Corporation, a 300-hectare industrial park for Japanese investors. Together with Great Pacific Life Assurance Corporation, it forged a tie-up with Japan's largest life insurance company, the Nippon Life Insurance Corporation, forming a new joint venture life insurance company, the Nippon Life Insurance Company of the Philippines. Other equity investments of RCBC are in LGU Guarantee Corporation, a joint BAPDBP guarantee institution to cover 85% of local government's unit debts. In Lima Land, Incorporated, a real estate company involved in the development of a 440-hectare industrial park in Liapas/Malva. In KG Investments Holdings, Limited with the Ku family and in RCBC Land, Incorporated, a joint venture between RCBC and Pan Malayan Management and Investments Corporation. The company's maiden project is the RCBC Plaza, the new home of RCBC. The problem is a joint venture with the Government Investment Corporation. Present equals. In 2012, RCBC's investment banking arm, RCBC Capital participated in raising a total of P174.4 billion through 12 lead & co-led roles in the debt and equity capital markets for several issuers. RCBC Capital posted a growth of 94% in its revenues in 2012. Subsidiaries RCBC Savings Bank established in 1996 as the Banca Euro unregistered trademark S consumer banking arm. RSB provides deposit products, real estate loans, auto loans and personal loans. As of end December 2013, RSB had 145 business centers and 343 ATMs nationwide. RCBC Forex Brokers Corporation incorporated in 1998. RCBC Forex is primarily engaged in dealing and brokering currencies and foreign exchange contracts with local and international clients. RCBC Capital Corporation RCBC's investment banking arm which offers a complete range of investment banking and financial consultancy services which include the underwriting of equity, cash equity and debt securities on a firm or best efforts basis for private placement or public distribution, the syndication of foreign currency or peso loans, and financial advisory services. RCBC Securities, Incorporated, a wholly owned subsidiary of RCBC Capital, is engaged in the electronic and traditional trading of listed securities and in providing corporate and market research. RCBC Bankcard Services Corporation, a wholly owned subsidiary of RCBC Capital engaged in providing services to the credit card business of the bank. Merchant Savings and Loan Association, Incorporated was acquired by RCBC to engage in microfinancing and development of small businesses. Rizal Microbank has 15 microfinance lending branches with operations in southern Luzon and Mindanao. RCBC Leasing and Finance Corporation a pioneer in the leasing and financing industry in the Philippines as the company started its operations in 1957. RCBC Leasing is a non-bank financial institution with a quasi-banking license granted by the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. It serves the requirements of corporate, commercial and consumer markets through its innovative loans, leases and investment products. Milestones. Cognizant of the importance of minimizing the Banca Euro unregistered trademark S carbon footprint, on October 28, 2013, RCBC's microfinance subsidiary, Rizal Microbank opened the very first banking office made of recycled shipping container vans in the Philippines. 2. See also, BankNet. External links, Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation website, Reuters, stock quote, Reuters, Analyst Research, Rizal Commercial Banking Corporation, Reuters full description. References